Hi everyone, my name is Jesse and this is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself, and I am checking out today a game called Final Fantasy XIV, and I'm going to be checking out two songs. I don't know if I've done 14 since I started introducing the double song format, but anyways, these are requested by Danbo and Giki, Gaiki, I don't know how to say your name, but one of those have to be it. We're going to be checking out Blinding Indigo, in parentheses, Leviathan, heriter of the Worrell theme, from the channel Hungry Chad. And after that, from the channel Mecha D, we have Eden, Ifrit, and Garuda theme, known as Primal Angel. And I don't know if these have anything to do with each other, if they're connected, but I did notice that there's some summon stuff going on here. Leviathan and Ifrit. I'm not sure about Garuda. I played a couple of Final Fantasies now, but I don't think I've met Garuda yet. So either way, these are both semi-long songs, and I'm guessing both by Soken. This one says Soken. Okay, so yeah, 14. Still going strong. Still going strong. Blinding Indigo. Interesting name. It's a color, but okay, here we go. That caught me by surprise. That is definitely Leviathan. That's a Titus 7 in the credits. I don't know what that was. I like Leviathan. He reminds me of Gyarados from Pokemon. Oh, two heads? That's a sick looking. So I'm guessing summons aren't your friends in 14, but they're more your enemies. What is this? I haven't heard any 14 songs sound like this yet. I'm looking at this fight because it looks sick. I love dragons. What is the lore of Leviathan in 14? I know in 7 it's from Mutai, but I've never seen it with two heads. Oh, here we go. That was a long intro. Oh. It's like way back there. So different. Leviathan. The music is dope. I don't know about the lyrics yet, or the vocals, but it sounds like a Metal Gear Rising song or something, right? Fighting Sundowner or something. Yeah, I was expecting water. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I love the way that looks. That's awesome. Phase 2, I'm guessing? I may have a hot take. Just letting you guys know ahead of time. Prepare. Alright, here we go. Shout out Hungry Chad for always putting these timers like karaoke. You know what this actually reminds me of? Old Tekken music, like Tekken 5. Maybe some 4 too. I do love the drums though. Not a song I would imagine with Leviathan though. Not at all. I would expect more like Eastern sounds. It's cool though. Must be a variant of Leviathan. It's a small arena. Wait, did the arena get smaller? Is it one of those stressful boss fights where it starts shrinking on you? I don't know if I was paying attention to that. I've been looking at the heads the whole time. Silence from the night that softly severs. Mistaken for an unsent prayer. It really does sound like old Tekken music. Loving the whole, like, oh yeah, the arena had to get bigger. I like the aesthetics of the fight. Me and Hungry Chad just shared some screen space in Husky by the Geeks One Winged Angel video. I didn't even know he played guitar, and he's right there next to me playing guitar. Small world. You know what this sounds like? It's very specific, but I think some people will hear exactly what I'm talking about. If you ever watch like wrestling, like WWF or WWE now, this sounds like it could be like an entrance theme for a wrestler. Almost to the T. And with the crowd cheering too, it sounds like we're at a wrestling show. I haven't seen wrestling in so long. Is it even good anymore? It really does sound like Metal Gear Rising too. Sounds like Metal Gear Rising, wrestling, and Tekken 5. But it doesn't sound like 14. Well, it does sound like 14. I'm kidding. But it is different from 14. Oh, we got a lot to talk about before we go to the next song. Yeah, this right here, this like electronic pulsating thing. Yeah, a little dun 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 dun. Let me go back to the beginning where it says something really quick. Vocals, Masayoshi Soken. Chorus, Titus 7. Let me know more about Titus 7. So apparently the lyrics are Koji Fox. But that was Soken singing? Okay. Well, I'm very opinionated on this one, mind you. I've been doing 14 for a while now, and it's still going strong on this channel, and people come in numbers, and people still ask me to play it, etc., etc., etc. And I don't even know how many I've done at this point. Somewhere around 70, 80 songs, which is silly, really, to think about. I guess like I've done so many, and I'm still being surprised by it. That's the main kicker. Like, what do you mean stuff still sounds different? What do you mean I'm hearing new melodies? Like, what do you mean? So going into this, I was really curious about the song name right away, Blinding Indigo, right? Like it's a color. It's like, okay, so it has to do with something of that color. And I was like, oh, okay, so Leviathan. I'm aware of Leviathan a little bit. Mind you, I don't have a whole lot of experience with FF, but I have played 7, 8, and 9, and I'm 7 has it. 8 has it? I don't remember 9. I don't remember. But either way, Leviathan is a big deal. As far as like the... Well, every game calls them something different, right? Like summons, GFs, guardian forces, whatever. What I noticed is that in 14 you're like fighting them. They're like all big fights. I guess they no longer age you. Let me know if there are some that age you, or if you can acquire them after you beat them or something like that. Anyways, but Leviathan is actually one of my favorite, like, I'm gonna call them summons for the rest of the video, but besides Hades, I do like Leviathan. Now this is a variant I haven't seen, but it does say Leviathan, Herder of the World theme, so maybe that's what the specific breed is or something with the 2 heads. I thought it was pretty cool. I actually really liked, I don't really ever talk about like the gameplay because I'm talking about the music, but I actually really liked what was going on here with the like dynamic arena and then the water and then just swirling around the water like that. I really dug that. And the dragon Leviathan looked cool as well with the 2 heads. Now, when the song started, it immediately sounded, I can't believe I'm saying this, but unlike any other FF14 song I've heard so far, sort of. I think there was another song that was kind of similar, and I think also it was a summon. Was it Titan? I think it was Titan. Yeah, I think it was Titan. I forgot what it was called, but the Titan one, which again, summon. So, but it had that sort of like electronic drive. The drums are really, I don't even know what that sound is. For any drummers out there, what is that called? Like it sounds like the snare's turned off, but it's not. Maybe, I don't think it is, but it just has like a, for lack of a better word, like a trash can sound. Like it's really aggressive sounding. Doesn't sound like a trash can, but you know what I mean? Like it sounds like a bang. And it's cool though. It kind of reminds me of like an old school like break beat, like a breakdancing beat. Just have that boom, ta, 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 ta. But this one has this kind of glitchy sound of electronic stuff that, you know, maybe like Marilyn Manson would have done back in the day, or yeah, what else did I say? It sounded like a wrestling theme, and it was such a mixed bag. Oh, but here you go. Here's what I was gonna say. You know, I could have opinions, and in my opinion, this song was all good, but held back by the vocals. I thought they just didn't do anything for the song. Now, the vocal melody was cool, so if it kept everything, but instead of sung parts, they were like an instrument doing that, then the song would be pretty cool. This is my opinion. I guess I'm just not really like a huge fan of that vocal style where it's like heavily filtered, really far away, and sounds, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it, but the music is really, really good in 14. I've never been like the biggest fan of the vocal stuff like this, specifically like this. Not other stuff, like Amanda's cool and you know, all the other stuff, but what was that one that sounded like really deep voice guy? Can't remember, but it sounded like, not opera, but damn, you guys know what I'm talking about? Steel something? I'm not saying all vocal stuff. I think the more like primal sounding vocal stuff is like just okay for me. I'm like turning heel. Everyone's like, what? No, but it's just true. Like I really like the music of 14. Like it sounds awesome. But I think what it is for me, it's like it takes me away from the song as opposed to putting me more into it. It doesn't do anything. It's just kind of like I'm kind of trying to hear around it, I guess, you know, as opposed to feeling like a collective work. It feels more like, okay, you know, cool. I'm just being honest. Everything else is cool though. I love the whole thing, and I really appreciate the fact that something can still 70, 80 songs later, I'm still like, whoa, huh, what the hell was that, you know? And it's never anything like against, you know, we all have our opinions, you know? I know Soken is a genius and created so many songs more than I can ever write. So it's not like he's, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anything bad. It's just, hey, You know what it is in reality? It's purely a numbers thing. If you listen to, out of all the ones that I've heard, I can't like everything. I'd say it now, but I do like this one though. But you know what I mean? Like you can't like every single thing of every single song of every single, you know what I mean? So, another way to look at it is like if this song, I never rate ever, but just to give you an idea, like this is like a 7 out of 10 or something when it could have been like an 8 out of 10. That's kind of all I'm saying. It's a good song. I just don't really care for the vocals like that. That's it. It's not a big deal. Sorry, 14 fans. But I would rather be honest with you than blow smoke. Speaking of smoke, we have fire. And another summon I'm familiar with, the opposite of, I guess, Leviathan, is fire, Ifrit. And Garuda, the only thing I know about Garuda was that was one of the first songs I ever did on this channel. Garuda's theme. Was it Garuda's theme? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Garuda's theme. I don't remember what it was called. I can't remember all of them. But I don't know why they're together here. I don't know why it says Eden in front of it. And I don't know why it's called Primal Angel. But it's called Primal Angel. And let's just go. This one's 9 minutes, so I'm sure this one's going to loop like 3 or 4 times. But I'm curious. I'm curious to see where this one goes. Especially after the last one. And again, I have no idea if these songs are connected whatsoever. Let me know. For those that don't know, because I know there's like 14 fans that only watch like 14 videos. Obviously, like I've been doing this like double song format, which is like permanent now. And the pairs that I choose are not really my choice, as in I have no idea if they're related whatsoever. It's just the next one that's coming up, and then like I have a team of people that kind of like, hey, this one is like the most relevant, or it's the one that's been waiting the longest that can go together with it. So I have no idea if these are in the same realm, whatever. I just know it's from the same game. I'm talking a lot. Whew. Okay. Ifrit, Eden, Ifrit, and Garuda. Primal Angel. Let's go. Just by the looks of that, I'm guessing Garuda is wind. Oh, I was like, wait, I've heard that before. I just talked about that. Heritors of Fury. Okay, now Fall, right? Damn, that took me back, dude. Whoa, what is that, 2021 when I heard that? Whoa, hold on. I'm getting flashbacks. Okay. It's not hitting as hard as the original one, but this is cool. I'm never gonna forget that. I said earlier that there's some things I forget. I'm never gonna forget that. This was one of the first, I think, was it the first song I heard from 14? Oh my gosh, hold on. This is crazy. We're getting into some deep lore here. Obviously it's different. Oh god, where's my playlist? Hold on, I'm looking through my channel right now. So it's like both of their themes combined? No. It's the second song I heard. Fallen Angel. The first one I saw, the first song I heard was Shinryu's theme, the Worm's Tale. I'll never forget that though. Now Fall, chicka 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 down. That sounds more electronic as opposed to the other one that sounded more rock. Organ out of nowhere. Yeah, I wonder why Garuda. For the FF fans, when did Garuda make their first appearance? I'm guessing after 8 or 9. Just have to be soaking. That's crazy. It reminded me of like so early on in me doing the series. Primal Angel. I'm confused, but whatever. We're jamming out. To this day, even after all this time, I look at the UI for this game, and it looks like a nightmare. So many things going on. I've never seen a game that features a mini-map on the boss. At some point, I'm guessing it turns into like an E3 theme, which I don't know what it sounds like. Oh, they're talking? These mortals are not easily bested. No more games facing together. So this one can they talk? I'm so confused, man. 14 is like a whole other planet to me. I don't know the MMO world, I'm sorry. Ah, dude. When did I upload that? Oh yeah, that was a request that he took on Twitter. Back when people just sent me stuff on Twitter for free. September 26, 2021. I've been doing it that long. It's almost April 2024. And I was skinnier then. That's crazy, dude. That's like... all my days are like kind of blending together. I've been doing this for a long time. Full time. Like I put all my heart into it. I quit my job. I like... you know, I just wanted to entertain and do this, and... it's... can't believe it's been that long doing it. And people waiting that long time. Oh, it's so crazy. I'm not gonna lie, the song is kind of like totally whatever. I'm not gonna lie. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just very repetitive. And I've heard like a good chunk of it based on the original. It just sounds kind of like a more distorted, calmer version of it, which is like, okay. This is a weird video because I'm like, I don't know, I'm allowed to have opinions, right? People comment me all the time, like songs they don't like. I'm allowed. No, you're the YouTuber. Like my opinion only, which is kind of a joke and kind of not. People really do think that sometimes. For the people that do think that, I'm not your enemy. I just may have a different brain than you, though. This is cool. I kind of wish it would just, like, if this is the E3 theme, I'd rather just hear that. So this is more like for people, obviously, that play this game. It's like, whoa, it's a collaboration of, you know, it probably really kicks ass in that regard. Oh yeah, it says Eden too. Eden is something too. I'm confused. I don't know. There's a whole lot to think about here. The fight looks great though. Oh, I think that's Eden, no? That's one thing I can always count on. Visually, this game has always like been shocking to me. How many things are on screen running in 60 FPS the whole time? Raktapaxa? That enemy looks kind of difficult. Alright, 14 fans, how would you rate the difficulty of the first fight 1 out of 10 and this fight 1 out of 10. And feel free to always tell me, you know, if you don't agree with me or anything. That's fine. You know, people can have opinions. In fact, I would go out of my way to say it's very lame and corny and whack to just gas up your audience and be like, I like everything. Hell no, I don't like everything. But what you don't understand is you gotta turn the negative into a positive. And be like, instead of me being, it's more like, oh my god, variety, I can, you know, feel different things. Makes you feel alive. Man, that's nostalgic for me. Nostalgic and 14 for me. Think of that. What? If you've never seen that video, I recommend it. That was one of the first times on the channel where I'm like dumbfounded because the little now fall came out of nowhere and I was like, I think I made it my thumbnail, didn't I? Let me just fast forward to that part. Oh, my old headphones, I missed them. They lasted like 997 episodes. They almost made it. Oh, it's already over. Perfect timing. So this is, let me find a good. Yeah, this was my reaction to Now Fall. You can watch that right now. Yeah, that was like what, the 5th video or something I made? Okay, so anyways. Yeah, this is an interesting video, right? Like the double format, me not being like super like excited about both of them, but they're both good. They're just not like home runs to me. Which is fine, not every song can be a home run, you know. But you never know, man. I know there's some very passionate fans out there. And I admire that. And I get it, right? I get it. But I just, you know, I can't lie to myself and be like, this soundtrack is perfect, everything is amazing. That goes for any game. At any time. To me, it's quite baffling that I'm listening to this game still. And there's still a lot of requests. And it's still like my biggest community that watches me. But one thing you can guarantee is that I'm always going to be honest with you of how I feel about it. And in my honest opinion, they're both good. Just, you know, cool. The first one took me by surprise of how it sounded and seeing the fight and whoa, it sounds like all these cool things that I like, but also the vocals are like, eh. And then this one was kind of like a mishmash where it was cool and nostalgic for me, which is bizarre because I never played this game in my life. To be like, oh yeah, Garuda's theme, dun, 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 and it had the same little now fall. That's awesome. That's really cool. It's like a big moment, I think, in 14 to like everybody knows that line type of thing. But then the whole song, to me, since I know one of them, it sounded to me like it was like 2 songs like at the same time kind of thing. To me, since I only know one of them, it sounded like Garuda's theme with noise around it, you know? And it was cool, but I couldn't like focus on it. So for me, this was definitely like more of a treat to the fans. And this is what I'm assuming. It's 2 themes, and I'm supposed to like catch on to both of them, something like that. Let me know if that's far off or on the money. But that's what it feels like to me, you know, because the Garuda side sounded exactly like the song, just kind of like cut up and mashed in together. But the song kind of started to like blend into itself after 9 minutes, where I just was like not even paying attention anymore. I was watching the fight mostly. If anything, all it did was just, like I said, it brought me back and, you know, made me all nostalgic and see all these things. And made me realize how long I've been doing this and all that. And, you know, I'm always grateful for that. But song-wise, you know, it's, what can I say? It's good music, you know. 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, 14, whatever you're going to hear music-wise is going to be pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. But, you know, going into it thinking they're all 10s, going into anything thinking anything is, like, perfect. Not only do I just not agree with that, but I don't even think that's healthy to think that way. It's more on the, like, yeah, no, I don't know, I can't relate to that. But still to this day, after all this time, God, it's so crazy, time is not real. After all this time, there's only been like 2 songs I did not vibe with in 14. I know one for sure. Can't remember if there was 2. You guys would know better than I would. I think there was 2. But you know what I'm saying? That's such a small, like the ratio of that is insane. That's insane. That's insane. I don't know how many I'm at now. Does it say? I'm ballparking it. Let's say I've done 80 videos for 14. That's a lot. For 14 fans, like, that's like a third of the soundtrack. If that. But for me, like, that's a lot. 80 is a lot for any game, let alone something I've never even played or experienced. And out of all that, 1 or 2 may not, you know, that says something, you know, and that I can agree with the whole community being like, dude, 14 music is a big deal because odds are, quite literally, that it's pretty damn good. And finding a stinker in the bunch is gonna come down to a very subjective, like, oh, I find this annoying, you know, or like I hate listening. You know what the complaint I hear the most with 14? It's not even that some stuff is like bad per se. It's like, oh man, I got tired of hearing it so much because it's like, you know, it's a long boss or something like that. It's repetition that gets them kind of irked about it, not the song itself. 14 is like something, it's got to be studied, man. It's weird. It's a crazy, weird game that is, it feels like it's never ending. And it's just going to be here for eternity, constantly getting updates when we're like 80 years old. Anyways, let me know more about either fight or both are fights. And yeah, just it was cool hearing Garuda again. So the questions I asked was, when did Garuda come about? Are they actually wind? Because it looked like it. Are these songs related? And what do you think of both songs? I can't think of anything else to say. So I'm going to get out of here before the spears start coming my way. Thank you to all my Patreon members that cannot be here without them. Some of them have been here since that first video. It's crazy. Actually, a lot of them have. Thank you to my Platinum members. Thanks to you for watching. Thanks to the requesters. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.